Hi, I'm Fizz and welcome back to my channel. It's been a long couple days for me because let me tell you, before we even get started on this video, okay? Let me tell you why the microphone might sound a little bit different. My headset while on stream decided to just malfunction and not work at all. We've been like an hour 45 in, and then all of a sudden I freeze. My headset dies. I'm like, oh god, okay, this has happened before. I'm sure it'll just like plug it back in, unplug and replug, it'll be fine, right? It'll be fixed, it'll be back to brand new. Wrong. I was so wrong. The way I have fixed this problem is by getting a new headset. I have now got a Quest 3S, so the audio might sound a little bit different than usual because I'm using my Quest mic now instead of where is the big boy? Where the big boy? This motherfucker right here. You can't see it, but there is a microphone here. Anyway, this is not the point of this. I'm not here to rant about how broken my has been. That is not the point of this video. I'll get into it after I take a sip of water. So all of you at home who haven't been drinking water, what are you doing? What are you doing? Drink some water for me. Thank you. Why am I making this video? What is this about? What do you mean? Being trans in your hometown, is it a bad thing? No, it can be good because you're with people you know, you people we recognize. But I had a little experience on the weekend and it kind of made me realize what it's like. I guess having the risk of finding people who still kind of recognize me as who I was before I decided to transition, right? Let me tell you the story of what happened, right? I was out with a bunch of friends, Saturday night. You know what happens on a Saturday night? Saturday night we get lit. The only difference was I was not getting lit. I was as sober as a motherfucker can be because I was the designated driver. Yay. Oh my god, that is okay. Throughout the night, it was just me and a couple friends, vibing out. They know me, girly pop and shit, but we ran into some people who were a little bit younger than us, but they knew me. I was like, you recognize me? And they're like, yeah, you used to do like the theater, this theater brand. And I was like, oh, I don't recognize you. And this guy was like, oh yeah, well, we used to do it together. We used to do theater because I'm a theater girl, It makes sense why I'm trans. I did fucking theater. Anyway, so this guy recognized me and I was like, this is weird. He says to me, he comes up and he goes, your voice used to be a lot deeper. And I was like, yeah, it did a little while ago. And he was like, are you DNAmy? I go, oh god, no. Like, I go by this. They go, oh, okay. This guy ended up staying with our group pretty much the entire night, which was not nice because this guy constantly misgendered me and DNAmed me a couple times too. So that was an experience, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna deal with it. I've got some good friends with me. It's fine. I'm not gonna worry at all. I'm just gonna get on with my life, get on with the night, have a good time. I'm with some good friends. Let's just enjoy the night. It was cool, decent night until we went to this one club. And there was someone behind the bar and I recognized. I was like, wait, I recognize your face. Motherfucker was one of my ex-best friend's mum. I was like, holy shit. Oh my god, please don't see me as him. Please don't see me as him, see me as her. She sees me and she goes, alright, that name. And I'm like, no, fuck. So I kind of just bought a Diet Coke and I went on with my life. And I was like, just by the way, I go up by this now, blah, blah, blah. She was like, oh, okay, I understand. It's a bit difficult because I've known you for so long. This has happened a couple times now. Whenever I'm like, kind of just like going around my town and I see someone that like, I recognize someone or they recognize me. They're like, oh my God, you're that person, right? I would go, oh, no, I'm not. I go by this now. Mind, I've been out publicly for what, 4 years? Surely by now people have seen on Facebook or they've seen on Instagram or they've seen me about, or like they just know of me in that ways and like they don't think I'm trans, like they don't think I'm a dude no more, right? The reason I wanted to make this is to kind of rant about the fact that you will still get like recognized as your past self, which is crazy to me because I, when I look back at myself, what I looked like a couple years ago, or even like before I was like publicly out to everybody, and then not just like my close friends or just not like, my family or whatnot. I've been out publicly for at least 2-3 years now, like to everybody. I always introduce myself with my new name, my new gender, everything, all the time. People are still not gonna see that. And I guess recently, as it's kind of popped up here and there, it's like kind of been going around my brain. People still see that in me. Like, what do I need to change to kind of be cis passing, or like maybe you just like don't recognize me and then I'm like, oh, I'm this person, and they're like, oh, I swore it was when I was like, nope, shut up. That's what I hate. Is they're gonna see, no matter what, if they recognize you, if they're a family friend or like an old family friend in any way, they are going to recognize the fact that they're like, wait, that name in that family does not add up. Like, you're missing somebody, you're missing this person, and you're like, oh, that used to be me, but that's not me anymore. And you have that really awkward conversation of trying to explain what being transgender is. And you have to be really prepared mentally to kind of explain this to people. When I've been speaking to these people about it, they're like, oh, your voice has changed a lot, you look a lot different, you dress a lot different. No shit, I'm trying to change everything about me. I guess you just have to get used to accepting that you're gonna have to explain what you're doing, and like the whole transgendery, or the whole transgender bit, you know, what you've been going through, and like in the nicest way possible kind of shut them out and be like, look, that's not my name, that is not my pronouns, dude, that is not me, that is some old motherfucker from a couple years ago. Or like, even if you come out recently, like, oh, that was me a while ago, not me now. Why did it just try and turn on hand tracking? What is going on? Something else that happened, it was quite a while ago now, maybe like a couple months ago, but like it was like September time, so like a little bit ago. I went to my old high school. I was with my friend for her little brother. We went to the high school, and like, by the way, everyone in this high school, like all the teachers, who I thought all the teachers knew that I had trained my gender, if you know what I mean. Mine, oh my god, the cars outside are so loud. If I had done voice training a lot earlier, it would be a lot easier to kind of hide the fact that I am, well, it'd be easier to kind of know, because if I sound like this all the time, they're not gonna be like, hold up, like, you're still a dude, because you don't sound or look like a dude, right? But I guess I didn't really clock that since like 2025, where I kind of like dedicated myself to, I need to voice train. Okay, they're screaming outside, that's cool. So I went to my high school, and I saw some of the teachers obviously recognize me and be like, oh my god, Fizz, hey, I haven't seen you in like 3 years, holy moly. Well, 2 years, but I haven't seen you in like 2 years, oh my god, how's it going? I'm like, it's going good, but I sounded like manly. And there was this one teacher I fucking, okay, admittedly I had a big crush on him because he was American. American teachers in British schools, look, they're kind of hot, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I came up to him and I was like, oh hey sir. He's like, oh hey, dead name. And I'm like, what? Whoa. I like kind of like took a step back and been like, say that again. He was like, dead name? I go, okay, don't call me that. And I was like super nervous. I could feel my heart kind of like pacing and being like, oh my god, I have to tell this person like who's known me as both people but not properly, to try and explain to him what's going on. And he didn't really understand it. So I was like, okay, it's nice speaking to you. Yeah, let's just like, to you, I'm still that little gay guy from year 10. Okay, that's fine, that's whatever, you know, whatever. But that kind of like stayed in my head for a couple months, and I think that's one of the reasons why I was so determined to kind of change myself as much as possible in 2025. And it's another fucking loud car outside. I think that was the reason why I kind of decided to change myself so much this year. I've changed so much as in how I dress. I've gotten these really cool summer shirts I'm so excited to wear in summer. I need to get more too. I've changed how I sound, and I guess I've just tried harder with myself just so I can seem more passing. And I mean, it's been working well, especially today in work. I mean, work was great because I was treated so differently, apart from this fucking coworker. That it wasn't the same coworker I mentioned from the last video, it was a different one this time. She's usually fine, but not today. No, not today. So I have to try and explain to her the whole transgender thing again. And this video is kind of yapping, but like, I didn't exactly have a specific topic. I guess I had a rough idea if I wanted to talk about, I guess, being clogged as your old self, right? So I think I've stayed around that maybe, although this coworker didn't know. But look, I'm just gonna move past that. We're gonna move past that. So when it comes to seeing people who recognize you from pre-transgenderism, you just gotta accept the fact. And it's shitty. I know how fucking shitty it is because I've had to experience it a couple times recently. I've kind of tried to explain to them like, look, I'm not that person anymore. I've gone through like physical changes, and I'm trying so hard to kind of not leave that person behind, because you know, inevitably that person who I was once is still going to be there, and they're always going to be in my head. You know, he was a cool guy, but not as cool as this girl is, right? I just thought it was important to kind of bring up the fact that if you still live in your hometown where people know you as who you were before, they might recognize you through that. It's fucking horrible, but you're gonna have to be able to kind of tell these people that I'm not that person anymore. I'm different. I've changed. I'm not the same. A big thank you to my patrons. That's Azalae, Oceanunderthestars, fishiv, Locien, Autumn, DNAmy, Matty, and Zephyr. There's also some tier 1s too, so thank you very much for your support. I'm gonna get down from here because it keeps moving the camera weirdly. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the yapper. I hope it was okay. I will get a better video out soon. I just got my headset and shit today, so I need to get this out ASAP type shit, okay? Anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you. I'll hopefully see you soon, Pookies. Oh, I grabbed the fucking camera. I'll see y'all soon. Bye. Bye.